But this woman chasing him until I can't believe this. I can't believe this. But anyway, I can't believe this woman. So that's that. There's another video that I saw. Okay, fallout following Johnny Depp Amber Heard verdict GMA. So these videos will be link will be in the description. So I'm just shocked to hear these people talking.
Verdict.
It's 3 minutes and 40 minutes.
In London overnight after he was awarded more than $10 million in that high-profile case against his ex-wife Amber Heard, whose lawyer now says she can't pay that amount. Trevor Alt is here with more on this. Hey, Trevor.
Good morning, Cecilia. Yeah, a standing ovation for Johnny Depp overnight at this concert. The feverish support and even the tribalism that this case stirred up in millions around the world does not just go away with the verdicts. And now people already want to know what is next for these two stars.
And for Johnny Depp, that was his first love, playing music, to be in a band. As soon as the thing done, he's bounced. He went to, I think, the UK.
Overnight, Johnny Depp making another concert appearance in England, his first since his multi-million-dollar court victory. Depp says Wednesday the jury gave him his life back, finding his ex-wife Amber Heard could not substantiate her claims of abuse and defamed him in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed,
2 years ago,
awarding Depp more than $10 million in compensatory and punitive damages.
I do find that the jury's verdict is unanimous.
Heard was also awarded $2 million in damages for Depp's former...
Check video number 2. I discuss some of the verdicts, both sides.
Her attorney calling her allegations a hoax, but her attorney, Elaine Bredehoff, tells our Lindsay Davis on ABC News Live Prime the actress can't afford to pay the massive amount she now owes her ex-husband.
He was very...
She deserved that because, I don't know, you lie on almost everything. You tell national television that you donate all of the money, is it settlement or whatever, when you... do your divorce, what's the term, all right, whatever money that she got for the divorce, she claims she donated to charity. Johnny Depp was making the payment to those charities. She made him stop, instead give her the money directly and never give the money. My God, people are failing to see all of this.
You released a statement after Mr. Depp donated $100,000 to the ACLU and $100,000 to CHLA. Correct, Ms. Heard?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And the language that follows is the statement you released in response to Mr. Depp's donations, right?
I don't know if this is the official statement. I have no idea.
The statement that starts
Objection, Your Honor.
at Amber Heard. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Would you please read that to yourself, Ms. Heard?
Yes.
Okay. Did you read all the way to the very bottom where the last word is supported?
Yes.
Okay. That's the statement you released through your spokeswoman after Mr. Depp made the donations to the CHLA and the ACLU. Correct, Ms. Heard?
I do not recall exactly what my statement was. I don't disagree with anything in the statement, but I just simply don't recall what the statement was we released.
Is there anything inaccurate in that statement, Ms. Heard?
No.
Okay. I'm going to move to admit.
Objection, Your Honor, lack of foundation.
No, I'll overrule the objection. 1260 and evidence over objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. The statement reads, Amber Heard appreciates Johnny Depp's novel interest in supporting two of her favorite charities, the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union for Domestic Violence, and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. This is great and unexpected news. And it continues. However, if Johnny wishes to change the settlement agreement, we must insist that he honor the full amount by donating $14 million to charity, which, after accounting for his tax deduction, is equal to his $7 million payment obligation to Amber. And it continues. We would also insist that the full amount be paid immediately and not drawn out over many years. Anything less would be a transparent attempt by Johnny's counsel, Laura Wasser and Patty Glazer, to reduce their client's true payment by half under the guise of newfound concern for charities that he has never previously supported, end quote. Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
After this, you kept commenting about the donation of your divorce settlement, right?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay. You spoke about donating your divorce settlement on a Danish TV show, correct?
I believe I said I had, I believe I said I donated it to charity, but it was already printed or already commented on and stated in the press. I had already released that information in the press. I think I just confirmed it on that show.
You appeared on a show called RTL Late Night, right?
I don't recall what show it was.
If we could please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 346, which is a portion of your appearance on this program. And we would ask that it be moved into evidence and ask for permission to publish it.
It contains, it has hearsay, it contains other communications with other individuals.
Your Honor, if we may approach. Okay.
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
ACLU is a human rights organization.
Sorry, ACLU is a prominent organization, nonprofit organization in the United States. It's called the American Civil Liberties Union, and they work on behalf of marginalized communities on the ground and in legislative reform. And
well, more power to you, because that's something that I've never heard of.
I wanted nothing.
This interview was in October of 2018, right, Ms. Heard?
I don't recall when it was.
It was in 2018, right, Ms. Heard?
I don't remember when this was done.
This was after you had received the full $7 million of your divorce settlement from Mr. Depp, wasn't it?
Again, without knowing when it was recorded, I have no idea.
The $7 million divorce settlement was paid to you in full by February of 2018, right?
That's correct.
Let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1458, which is already in evidence. This is the deal point memorandum from your divorce settlement, right, Ms. Heard?
Yes, that's what it looks like.
And if we go down to the bottom of page 4, there's a heading labeled Equalization Payment. Do you see that?
Yes.
And underneath, so the first payment is scheduled for August 31st, 2016, and that's $200,000, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Mr. Depp's accountant, Edward White, testified that he made that payment directly.
You got to turn on your microphone, Ms. Berderhoff. I'm not going to hear you.
Objection to her testifying to what Mr. White testified to. That
Okay.
It's a he literally testified to it in court.
I'll overrule objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Depp's accountant, Edward White, testified that he made the payment directly to the ACLU and CHLA, correct?
I believe so.
Were all made to you, weren't they?
That is correct.
And the final payment of $2.3 million is on February 1st, 2018, right?
The final payment, yes.
And you were here in court when Mr. White testified that the payments were all made on schedule.
I'm going to object to her testifying to what Mr. White testified to. It's
Overrule
improper.
objection. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you were here in court when Mr. White testified that the payments were all made on schedule, right?
I don't believe they were. He might have
That's
testified
not my
to
question, Ms. Heard. My question was, you were here in court when Mr. White testified under oath that all the payments were made on schedule.
I was here every day in court. I heard his testimony, yes.
Okay. So back to October of 2018, this was before Mr. Depp sued you for defamation, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
He didn't sue you until after the op-ed came out in December of 2018, right?
He sued me in 2019.
And the op-ed came out in December of 2018.
That is correct.
So in October of 2018, you had received your entire $7 million divorce settlement. You would agree with me?
That is correct.
Okay. And you hadn't yet been sued by Mr. Depp?
This is October, correct.
So in this October 2018 interview, you said that you had, quote, donated, end quote, your entire divorce settlement to charity, right?
That's correct.
And in fact, your exact words were, quote, $7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote, right?
That's correct. I made that statement as soon as I got a divorce and we reached the settlement. That's when I pledged it, right then.
And you say this because you, quote, wanted nothing, end quote.
That is correct.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the
Ms. Heard,
settlement, $7 million
that's not my
to
question.
charity, and I
Heard,
intend to
Ms.
fulfill
Heard,
those obligations.
Ms. Heard, that's not my question. Please,
What was
try
your
to answer
question?
my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They're
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
And that's because you did want something, didn't you?
I didn't want anything, and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money.
Didn't get it, wasn't interested in it. I loved Johnny, that's why I was with him.
You wanted praise for donating the money, right?
That's incorrect.
You wanted good press.
In general, one does want good press, yes.
You wanted to seem altruistic publicly.
Wasn't my interest. My interest is in my name and clearing my name, and at the time I was being called a liar and my motives were being questioned. I did see it as important to clear that up. I wanted to make a statement to make sure that there was not any doubt that I couldn't be labeled these things just because Johnny was a bigger star and had more publicity reach.
You wanted to remind everyone of your claims of domestic violence against Mr. Depp, right?
No, I wanted to move on with my life.
You wanted to make those claims seem believable.
They are believable. They were
You wanted
believable.
them to be seen, you wanted to be seen, as a noble victim of domestic violence,
I
didn't
have
you?
never wanted to be seen as a victim. Nor have I
You-
ever called myself one.
You testified under oath that, quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote, didn't you?
That's correct. I pledged the entirety.
No. Ms. Heard, my questions. Your counsel will have time to redirect you after. You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote.
That is correct. I pledged the entirety.
I'm going to move to strike everything after yes.
All right.
No. Ms. Hurt, this is really inappropriate.
I'll sustain the objection and we'll just move forward.
Thank you.
Let's move forward. Next question.
Under oath, that statement wasn't true, was it, Ms. Heard?
I'm sorry, I don't follow your question. Sorry.
You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of my divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote. That statement wasn't true.
It is true. I pledged the entirety to charity.
The statement...
When you say you buy a house, you don't pay for
Ms.
the
Heard,
entire house
Ms. Heard,
at one
respectfully,
time. You pay it
I'm
over
not
time.
asking, Ms. Heard.
All right. Next question, please.
Thank you. That statement isn't true today, as you sit here today, is it?
It is true. I pledged the entirety.
But you
to
didn't
charity.
donate it.
Unfortunately,
You didn't donate it. It's a yes or no.
I haven't been able to to fulfill those
So that's a no,
obligations.
right, Ms. Heard?
I made the pledge. I want to be very clear. I pledged the entirety. I haven't been able to fulfill those pledges because I've been sued.
You had all of the $7 million for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you chose not to pay it to the charities you pledged it to. Is that correct, Ms.
I
Heard?
disagree with your characterization of that.
Let's look at your sworn testimony from the UK.
Ms. Vasquez, do you want me to close the shades?
That would be
Okay. There's this light coming across. And
So I appreciate that.
Has to be a
It's
little
probably
uncomfortable.
good light. Thank you, Your Honor.
all right.
This is your third witness statement that you submitted in the UK action, right, Ms. Heard?
Correct.
And this statement was made under oath, true?
That is true.
I'm directing your attention to the last page of that statement. That's your signature, right?
Yes, it is.
So you made this sworn statement on February 26, 2020.
That's correct.
And directing your attention to paragraph 4. It says, quote, I remained financially independent from him the whole time we were together, and the entire amount of my divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote.
That is correct.
Did I read that correctly?
Yes, you did.
The him you were referring to is Mr. Depp.
That is correct.
Most of the money that was donated to the ACLU and CHLA in your name came from someone else. Isn't that right?
I don't know what you mean by most of.
Well, at least $500,000 that was donated to the ACLU in your name wasn't paid by you, right?
I believe Elon made a donation in my honor on one of the years.
Yeah, and it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement, right?
No, nor did it count towards my pledge.
And at least $500,000 that was donated to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles in your name wasn't paid by you either.
Right, those were made at the same time.
And it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement.
Nor did it count to my 3.5 obligation.
Those $500,000 payments came from your new boyfriend, Elon Musk, right?
I don't know if he was a new boyfriend at the time.
You got him to pay part of what you promised to these two charities, didn't you?
Incorrect.
Because you wanted to keep at least some of the $7 million divorce settlement for yourself, right?
You're very wrong about that.
I think this, if Your Honor is
Okay,
fine,
you said
this is a good
it's a
stopping
breaking
point.
Okay, that's fine.
And then she went on national television. She said she donated it. And then when she's in court, she's saying she pledged. It's two different things, pledging and donating. So why did you tell the people on national television you donated it, making it seem like you were not after the money? You should just walk away and leave because, but anyway, let's listen to this.
Very wealthy, very powerful. Amber doesn't have that. She's been working her way up. It's just such an uneven playing field to start out with.
She should have thought about this way before she started doing all of this BS. Using that Me Too thing under the umbrella to take advantage of the guy. This is so unfair.
Wondering what's next for both stars, their reputations and careers. Heard has already shot 2 films, including the upcoming Aquaman 2.
Producers are cynical, but they're smart. And the next person who puts Amber Heard in a movie is going to get more attention for that movie than if they put in someone named Amber Smith.
And
guess what? I guarantee you that movie will not make money because a lot of people will make sure not to go and see it because of what she did and causing Johnny Depp to lose some of his role as well.
Depp, who lost his role in the Harry Potter franchise and saw the return of his beloved Pirates of the Caribbean character Jack Sparrow canceled after Heard's accusations surfaced, is now experiencing a tidal wave of support. On TikTok, the hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp has more than 19.5 billion views.
Wow,
but even with this victory in court, some evidence presented against him, including aggressive texts and admitted substance abuse problems, could still prove problematic. And a growing audience believes he can and should return to starring roles in blockbuster films.
Big movies cost a lot of money, and they have a certain degree of risk. Could somebody carve out a new superhero role for a guy like Johnny Depp? It's entirely possible, yeah.
And of course, Amber Heard does still plan to appeal this decision, Cecilia.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's quite over just yet. So what happens, Trevor, if she can't actually pay this $10 million in damages?
So there's a few possibilities. It's possible that both sides could negotiate a more manageable deal. You know, Depp's attorney actually said in the closing argument that he didn't want to punish Amber with money. But if they do want to enforce this full amount, the court would try to determine some kind of payment plan, potentially taking property or other assets. Amber Heard's attorney says she already paid $6 million in legal fees just through the trial. She absolutely cannot afford to pay Johnny Depp this massive
Should have
amount
thought of all of this. If the table were the table was reversed when she was on top, okay, everybody was listening to her. If she thought of all the possibility, if things were reversed, this will not have happened. All right, so I can believe these people. There was something I saw on Law and Crime. Let me see if I could. Oops. Did I save it? Watch later. Law and Crime. Bad lawyering. Okay, I think it was this one.
Actually had a statement from Amber Heard that was released after the verdict. We're going to throw it up, or a portion of it as well. Let's read it to you. It says, quote, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously." And it actually goes on a little bit further there, but that's just a portion of it. What do you make of this post-verdict comment?
It infuriates me. If Amber Heard and her lawyers are concerned about the Me Too movement, they shouldn't be going around and going on television and saying it was set back. Amber Heard went to the police, got a restraining order, got a divorce, and nothing bad happened to her. She protected herself and was fine. It was only when she put up this self-serving article in the Washington Post right before her big movie was premiering that she got in trouble. That is not a normal circumstance. The Me Too movement did not get a setback. Lying got a setback. Bad lawyering got a setback.
Good.
The Me Too movement is fine.
Thank you.
I love having Rich and Jean on. I really do.
That makes sense. That makes sense.